thing that really helps people. And that's where I come from. I'm always like, what are you doing? Is it going to help people? If you die tomorrow, would your backlog of stuff help people? That's why my podcast exists. But so I'm slightly jaded. I'm still slightly jaded now, but I still help people. That aspect, that knowledge, that understanding, the jaded aspect actually had an effect on my podcast, because I'm like, I don't really want to kind of go through the jumping hoops of people being like, become a iTunes #1 bestseller, like at the start of your launch, and do this and do that. And I'm just like, it sounds like the fitness industry where people are like, lose 50 kilos in 2 weeks by drinking poop tea, right? And that's what they are, by the way. If you guys drink is it boo tea? Or it sounds like poo tea. If you drink any of those weird teas that help you lose weight, or you take any of those pills that help you lose weight, they're basically a laxative. And then the other ones are fat binders. So they bind to the fat that's in your food, and you just end up pooping fat. Like, it's gross. Stop it. Stop it. Look after yourself. Stop damaging your body. And I have the same energy when it comes to people with the whole get rich quick thing in the podcasting world. Switching gears into happiness. So I saw all of that, and I felt, that kind of anger that I had. I felt that. Look at my arm. Like, my whole position has changed. Okay. So I have changing the sheen and disliking the lick of paint written in my notes, which is very, very apt. So, woosah, we're going to calm down. Shiggy, calm down. It's not that bad. No one's out to get you. If there's any podcast marketers listening to this and you're about to slide into my DMs, don't do it. I will get very, very angry with you. Okay. So all of that caused, again, more knowledge caused me to kind of just fade away from like, am I really doing this? Do I really want to do podcast management? Is this really a good idea? And I had to, putting in a line here, use this discovery of PodFade and use the discovery of these technical aspects to try and spin it around into what I do and what I want to do. And also with my podcast, with this show, how to kind of keep this show going, because there are things that need to be said. There's a big ass journey that's coming, and I want you guys to come with me. Okay. I'm going back home. All right. I know my auntie's watching this. I'm coming back to the farm. You're going to have to deal with me for a while. So there's a big, big, big thing on the back end of my show, because I want to help more people, and I want to show people a journey. I want people to see that, Kenya is an amazing place. And all the amazing things that we do there is happening, and, you should come and join, little tag there. So yeah, putting in information and actually just spinning it, taking that framework and spinning it into good is really, really important. And that's the kind of, I suppose, interwoven story that is kind of coming out of this, is that when you have frameworks, allow them to set a foundation, but don't allow them to control you completely, because we all can interpret and create something great from things. Rules aren't really rules. I mean, except for when it comes to killing and hurting other people. But when it comes to expression, even in business worlds, right? Because, that's the thing. You can start manipulating things in your own way. I've created a business out of sitting on, you can see just a bit, that sofa. I sat on that sofa with my older laptop, which has now died, editing things with a fraction of the software and stuff that I have now. And if I had have gone out and asked people how to do things, they would have said it a billion different ways, and I would have gotten kind of frustrated and scared, and I probably would still be, I don't know, at the tail end of a bad business partnership and jumping into another one. So yeah, with all of this, I'm going to take out the business aspect and bring it back into a personal side of things. Whenever you see stuff and you get knowledge, it's really, really important to understand that the knowledge is there. If you don't want the knowledge at the time and you just want to bumble about and do stuff with, I don't know, say, let's pick something random. What random activities do I have on the shelf? Crochet. Okay. Yeah. Crocheting, right? Say you find your grandmother's crochet needle, and you know it's a crochet needle. You saw her doing things, but you don't quite understand what's going on. Maybe you watch one YouTube video on how to do a basic crochet like pattern, like how to hold the crochet needle, how to hold the yarn, how to be able to change the tension. I do crochet, and this is actually what I've done, and I refuse to do anymore. So you learn how to do a single crochet, maybe learn how to do a double crochet, and then you just learn how to make a square, right? And then you sew the square together, and then you have a nice little hand like warmer thing made out of merino wool, because that's what you randomly have lying around. And then stay with that. That's it. You're just like, cool. I learned how to do a crochet thing. I find it quite meditative, and I don't want to formally add anything to this. This is my thing. That is my hobby, and it's fun. And then over time, it might be, 10 months or it might be 10 years, that skill set becomes something a little bit more involved, right? And it never has to become a full-on permanent thing. But if you do get more rules, if you do get more courses, don't get overwhelmed by the rules. You can still always take a step back and go back to just kind of enjoying an experience for what it is. Just an experience. I just find everyone trying to monetize everything all the time is arduous, and people need to just stop sometimes and pause and just take activities for what they are. Fun ways to just switch off and be human. Because we're forgetting that a lot. Lockdown is affecting me. If you're wondering why I sound a lot different now from 10 episodes ago. Yeah, 10 episodes ago. Lockdown's affected me. And this stupid fractured toe is really annoying me, because in England, by the time this comes out, which is Thursday, everything's about to open up. Not open up, but like gyms and bouldering centers and socially distanced Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu are all a thing. And I have to wait 4 weeks, and I'm annoyed. But there's a reason for it, of course. So one question in the Book of Faces, and then I'm going to wrap this up for 45 minutes, because I think that's a nice wrap-up time, and then actually panic. I'm going to panic after this because I haven't recorded in Spreaker. But it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook forever, so yay. Seasons are good. Just in case anyone is wondering, launching things out as a season, I'm actually doing that with a couple of clients now, is a really good idea. This style of just perpetual week by week, or in the case of Joe Rogan, every day things, that level of intensity might not be for you, and you might not have the space and time to do it. So doing seasons, I encourage a lot of people to do seasons, because if you're recording or releasing once a week, and you spend 3 days, or you spend a week recording anywhere from 8 to 16 episodes, you have 4, 8, 12, 16. If you did 16 episodes, that's like 4 months of work that you've got. And you can cut that down into 2 seasons, right? And all you have to do is just make sure your scheduling and everything is on point. I'm not going to turn this into like a marketing advice or podcast marketing advice thing, even though I know I do podcast marketing, even though I hate it. But still, that's besides the point. Shh. Pedantic people. I can see you wiggling in the back. Seasons are great because a lot of people are part of the Netflix binge nation. So being able to just like binge through things is good. Other people are not. Other people like the kind of every Tuesday or every Thursday at X time, you get the thing. So you can drip feed your season or just put it all out at the same time. Really doesn't matter. So, yeah, that's all I have to say in this episode. I'm freaking out. I'm not going to lie. I'm freaking out like at how the audio quality of this is going to be. Because if you didn't know, I'm a stickler for good audio quality. And this isn't being recorded locally because I, like an absolute freaking ferret, forgot to hit the big red. It's such a big red start button. You don't understand. I forgot to hit that. So wherever you are, if you're listening to this after it's been sexified in whatever way, shape, or form that's going to look like on Thursday, thank you. For the guys who are on Facebook, I see you all. Thank you for like popping in the comments and engaging. I'm going to engage more now once this becomes a regular schedule. And to the folks on YouTube, thank you as well. If you need to find me anywhere, I'm on Instagram as elshig, I'm on TikTok as The Shig, because someone stole my name. I'm on Twitter as El Shig. I'm on Facebook as Shigamus, or just look for Shiggy Pactor. Like, if there's other people, tell me. My assassins are clearly doing a bad job. I'm not going to mention my website because that's still a hot mess. I'll probably fix it at some point, but I have to go work with a whole bunch of stuff for my clients now. And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for chiming in now, in the future, wherever. If you've got any topics you want me to talk about, I am more than happy and willing to talk about them. I have a backlog of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think I wrote one on the whiteboard, 7 episodes. But yeah, after that, open season. So until either Thursday, or if you're listening to this on Thursday, until next Thursday, love your faces. Okay, bye.